Step 4. Position upper polymer Vulcher assembly over discharge side of mower deck. Allow top mounting bracket plate to sit on top of polymer shell where hole indentations are marked. Position the Vulcher so that it completely covers the discharge opening of the mower from the front to the back. Check to make sure that the front nose of the upper Vulcher extends a minimum of 2.5 inches ahead of the front opening of discharge area. This will allow for the angle of the bottom section to cover the discharge opening completely, and should also allow the door stop to make contact with the mower deck. This helps in preventing the bottom lip from being pushed up and into the blade where it would be hit and cut by the blade of the mower. The back door of the Vulcher on most mowers will be positioned to the rear of the curved portion of the deck directly behind the discharge opening. This allows the Vulcher to cover the back section of the mower deck as well. If this is not possible with the Vulcher shell that you have, then it will need to be upgraded to a larger model. See your dealer or contact us. Once you are satisfied, position the top plate on the upper Vulcher polymer section, and using the hole marking indentations on the top of the Vulcher for your guide, mark and drill out selected corresponding holes using the 3/8 inch drill bit. Position top plate and install bolts through the plate and polymer shell. At this time, install the 2 metal braces inside the upper shell using the same 4 bolts protruding through the top plate and Vulcher shell. Install metal flange nuts and tighten. You may find it easier if you remove the 2 bolts holding the top plate to the base mount on the mower and install top plate, Vulcher shell, and internal braces on your bench. Next, take the lower section of the Vulcher. This is the piece that has the multiple 3/4 inch holes in the bottom lip. It is best to clamp this temporarily in place using the spring clamps. This section is placed on the inside of the upper assembly wall that has the Vulcher decal on it, with the bottom lip turned in towards the mower deck. Make sure that it fits over the metal stays, sandwiching them between the upper and lower assembly. The ideal placement of the bottom lip is 1 inch below the mower blade. Slide the lower section upwards or downwards to achieve this, making sure that it is even in the front and in the back. Drill through the existing holes that are located on the edge of the upper section of the Vulcher, and then drill through the lower section as well. Install 2 bolts into the upper assembly and put the nuts on them loosely. With the Vulcher in the down position, take the tin metal grass deflector and position it inside the Vulcher against the wall. The wide part is the bottom and the narrow part is the top. Slide it forward or backwards so that the curved section contacts the deck just past the discharge opening towards the rear of the mower. The flat side with the 2 holes in it lays flat against the Vulcher shell's wall. Mark the lower and upper hole positions on the inside of the shell. Take tin grass deflector out and remove the 2 bolts holding the lower unit to the top shell. Take a 3/8 drill and drill out the 2 marked holes. Insert 2 short 5/16 carriage bolts from the outside of the shell. Turn the shell over and install the tin grass deflector using 2 flange nuts. Position bottom shell back in place. Install the 5/16 by 3/4 bolts into the upper assembly with the exception of the front bolt, and put nylon nuts on them.